NFL Daily Mailbag here, kicking off the show with Mike Smith. Shout out to him. Any Rams free agents that the new OC could bring over to Seattle? Great question.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea. Now, at some level, there's some consistency in terms of coaches trying to bring over guys they're familiar with.
Sure.
There are 4 players who make varying degrees of sense that are current pending free agents for the LA Rams. Austin Blythe is very intriguing to me, because he clearly knows the offense, assuming that they modify it, and Ethan Postic's a free agent. So you can just swap him out and probably feel better about your offensive line. Josh Reynolds, I don't know if he's a great fit for Seattle. He could be a good wide receiver 3 for him, but do you want to pay for a wide receiver 3? Gerald Everett's intriguing, maybe. And if you want to go with a cheap back, Malcolm Brown also makes some sense. Of those 4, Austin Blythe actually might be the most intriguing of the options out there for me. But if Everett's, I think he'll be a little bit cheaper. I think that certainly makes some sense there. Malcolm Brown, if you lose Chris Carson, you want to go cheap, add another rotational piece. Okay. That absolutely makes some sense. But I am very curious to see which route they end up going in terms of making some decision process, in terms of figuring out what they're going to do on the offensive line, or just offense in general.
So this is a fun, intriguing question from Omar. Omar, if you're not already subbed to the channel, you see the link below, youtube.com/SeahawksTV. J.J. Watt to the Seattle Seahawks for L.J. Collier, a 2024 first-round pick, and a 2022 second-round pick.
Yeah, the Seahawks say no.
That's a lie.
That is way too much to give up for J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Honestly, the second and Collier might be too much. And I don't have great, internal evaluation of L.J. Collier. I don't think he's that great. I'd glad to ship him out for J.J. Watt. But this is a player on the wrong side of 30 who has missed a lot of time over the years, has 1 year at a very expensive cost left on his deal. From a cap perspective, it gets a little bit tricky. I don't think Seattle makes sense as a trade fit for J.J. Watt. Now, if he's cut, whole different conversation. But I don't want to give up, 2 of my best, literally my 2 best draft assets over the next 3 years for J.J. Watt at this stage of his career. I can't do that if I'm Seattle.
Robbie, appreciate the super. When DK Metcalf gets his new contract, he'll most likely be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL. Will the Seahawks have the cap to keep him and Adams?
So DK Metcalf will be eligible for his first extension after next season.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if the cap will be up for that offseason, probably pretty significantly. I don't know if he's going to get DeAndre Hopkins $27 and change million per year. I think it might be more like Julio Jones, $22 million per year. In the end, the answer is yes. You can structure that DK Metcalf and Jamal Adams contract to backload it. The players can still get paid now, but the cap hit can be pretty ascending. So, yes, they can find a way to pay DK Metcalf and pay Jamal Adams. Seattle doesn't actually have that many guys locked into a contract in that 2022 offseason. They'll be able to make it work if they so choose, because the salary cap, ladies and gentlemen, is easily malleable and can easily find money to pay whatever one player you want.
We got a deal right now, and I'm just trying to keep it 100 with y'all. Go get your loved one something special for Valentine's Day. It's right around the corner. Gift giving, it's not easy. Shopping, maybe you don't have the time. This is why you trust the professionals. Pro Flowers, they're going to hook you up with an awesome deal. If you want an awesome bouquet of flowers, do it. Don't be the random guy that's walking on the street trying to pick out daisies and random flowers and put them in a vase. She ain't going to like it. Pro Flowers, they got awesome bundles of flowers. Maybe she's got a sweet tooth. Maybe she wants some chocolate. We got the hook up there as well. Charcuterie boards. Spell it? Have no idea. Luckily, I don't have to spell it to be able to get it. Chatsports.com/flowers. That's easy to spell, and it's easy to remember. Also, macaroons. Who doesn't like macaroons? If you don't like macaroons, I don't trust you, period. 15% off. Gifts, flowers, chocolates. We got it all here. Valentine's Day coming up. Get your loved one something special, and if you see something that you like on the website, say, hey, babe, we'll get it. We'll share it. Chatsports.com/flowers. 15% off gifts and chocolates and all that good stuff. Suvian YT, who should the Seahawks draft at the cornerback position?
Yeah, well, they don't have a first-round pick, of course. So they're looking round 2 and beyond there. I think Paulson Adebo, the cornerback from Stanford, kind of fits that style. I will throw
Lesser Sherman.
I don't think there's much chance Tyson Campbell falls that far, but I would have interest there. Greg Newsome out of Northwestern, and then Ifeatu Melifonwu out of Syracuse. It is Obi's brother.
Yep.
he fits the size, length stuff Seattle historically has liked. Those are some names I would keep an eye out for.
I don't know what your name is.
Six-ish.
Draft stock went up the most after the Senior Bowl.
Slash, that's right. It's
All right, Slash. All right, that's actually clever.
I think the biggest two guys, I'll give you one offense, one defense. I did a video, by the way. It's on the channel. It's just Senior Bowl winners and losers. I think defensively, Richie Grant out of Central Florida might have been, at least was one of the best defensive players down there at the Senior Bowl this week. And then Quinn Meinerz, who only got invited to the Senior Bowl because Landon Dickerson got hurt late in the season for Alabama. He was like one of the last players to get in, was viewed as like, he didn't play football this year because D3 guy out of Wisconsin, Whitewater, didn't play football this year, was viewed as a late day 3 pick, shows up and was dominant, and might go top 75 now. He was by far the biggest winner.
So if you guys want to get your questions featured during our NFL Live mailbags, you got to join us live. We go live every single Monday and Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. So hit the big red button underneath the video that you see, or if you can't find the big red button, you can also just go to youtube.com/JadsSportsTV, click the sub button there. But turn on those notifications, that way you don't miss our live shows. And we're also dropping new live shows dropping new shows on the channel every single 3 hours, so please don't miss it. Jacob McCarty, do the Seahawks trade for Gilmore? Do they have a chance at Quinn?
That's Meinerz.
Quinn Meinerz.
That's the guy I just mentioned.
All right, go.
I don't think they're going to make a move for Gilmore. Maybe they throw their second-round pick at him. That could work. I don't know if that's the best move for them, but from a need-wise, it'd be a huge addition. Like, I get it from that perspective. For Quinn Meinerz, with the way his draft stock boomed, they might have to take him in round 2. Wow. I don't think, they don't have a third-round pick.
Sure.
So I don't think he gets to them in round 4. So if you want Quinn Meinerz because he was so good at the Senior Bowl, you might have to reach more than anyone would have thought like a week ago.
Got a question coming in from Dazzle Star 32. Get a pick. Is DK Metcalf a top 5 NFL wide receiver? I know Metcalf and Justin Jefferson talked about their top 5 receivers probably like a week or 2 ago, and both of them actually had DK Metcalf ranked in their top 5. No disrespect to him. He's not in my top 5 wide receivers. Here are my top 5. I got DeAndre Hopkins at number 1. Devontae Adams coming off just a ridiculous season. He's number 2. Julio Jones, if he's fully healthy, if you could guarantee me 16 games, I'd actually probably put him at number 1. Tyreek Hill's number 4. What he can do, just nobody else in the NFL can do. And then Stephon Diggs coming off 129 catches. DK's definitely in my top 10, maybe 6, 7, 8. All possibilities, but he's not in my top 5. If y'all disagree with me, seriously, let me know. That's what Chat Sports is all about. Is DK Metcalf a top 5 wide receiver? I want you to type Y for yes. I want you to type N for no. If you're like, no, Mitch, he's not, cool, we agree. If you're like, yeah, yes, he is, come find me. I'm on IG at Mitchell Renz 365.